Hello, everyone. I'm ShadowRock.
I'm TGP.
And I'm Hero Azure.
Guest Azure appears.
It's
anyways,
happening.
welcome. Welcome to our second episode of Rise of the ShadowCast. And in this podcast, if you are just tuning in for the first time, you just talk about whatever. Usually Mega Man stuff. We do have a block where we talk about Mega Man news, but literally the sky's the limit as far as stuff we talk about. But for our first segment, we're going to be talking about channel news essentially. And here we had some to talk about in the last podcast, but it's been 2 weeks and nothing has really happened too much, except I did start the Pokemon Sun EXE lock, where I'm basically playing Pokemon Sun on the live stream with some Mega Man Battle Network inspired rules. And I have a few videos about that if you want to check it out. I already did day 3 just like a few days ago, 2 days ago actually. So that's ongoing. Battle Network 3, we need to record some. Hopefully we'll do it after this podcast. And we just literally defeated Alpha and got into the post game. So that's what we're going to be starting. And Star Force 2, you could probably talk about that, TGP.
I just kind of added it. I just have to cut it up, do all that good stuff, and it'll be rolling soon.
Cool.
And then Mega Man ZX, we talked about already. It's just a matter of getting everybody together. Ace Attorney, I've had that on the super back burner because I've been focusing on other things, but honestly I should get back to it. We'll see. And then we did talk about Kingdom Hearts already in the last podcast, but do you want to comment on that, Hero?
There's not a whole lot that I can really say regarding the topic, but I want to get back to I want to finish it. I want to finish my play. It's like I took up the project, then I just kind of let it die, and I guess going on that note, I should properly address Rise of the Shadows. People that have either spoken with me directly or even during streams, I can't say it enough, I just don't have the motivation to finish writing it. It's like, believe me, it still haunts me to this day, but until I can either A, find time and motivation to finish it, it's dead to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat. Like, I have no motivation either.
I'm just there.
It's just, it's like that analogy you said in the last podcast. We just put it on the shelf for now, and sometimes we'll look at it, and maybe someday we'll think about picking it back up again. But who knows when?
Well, there's not much to think about. We want to pick it back up, it's just nothing's going to happen until I get my act together.
Pretty much.
And before the comments are like, yo, get your act together. Like, right now.
I'm going to tell Lythero, you guys are being mean to me.
You can't do anything. This man steals my lunch money every month.
He's going to steal your alcohol, too. He's Irish.
No, I like my Jaeger.
No,
Ew.
Not my ginger ale.
A lot of people say ew for Jaeger. It's funny. I don't know why I like it.
Anyways, that's pretty much it, honestly, for our projects. So, with that said, we're going to take a super quick break, and then we'll be back with Mega Man news. See you then.
Have you ever wanted to ask ShadowRock when's rots? Have you ever wanted to tell THP to get good? Ever wanted to ship Sapphire with practically the entire planet? And have you really wanted to know where is Hero Azure? Well, all those very valid and beautiful questions can be asked in our brand new ShadowRockZX Discord server. Come join us and other fans alike in one big group chat or call thing. We can chill, play games, or even hold events in the near future. We'll more than likely talk about how Mega Man X expand our dongs. That's https://discord.goodgame@9AQEUT3. I'm just kidding. The link's gonna be in the description of the video for your convenience. Discord, where chaos thrives, and we said yes.
Hey everybody, welcome back. And this time we'll be talking about Mega Man news. And let's just get the first one out of the way, and that is that Marvel vs. Capcom 4 has been rumored to be announced at PlayStation Experience 2016 in a few days. And apparently Polygon confirmed it, but I'm sure Hero has a lot of things to say about it, so go ahead, dude.
Well, I guess I'll basically start off with saying that I want to be excited about this. I truly do, but I can't, for just the fact that Capcom hasn't confirmed anything yet, and they more than likely won't until the PlayStation Experience after Capcom Cup, as well as any sort of changes and even a patch for Season 2 of Street Fighter V, but that's a whole other topic. Polygon, I'm unfamiliar with their, I guess I should say, credibility, because the first time I heard about it was off of it was a poster on NeoGAF, I believe, and he has credibility posting a lot of spoilers. He did a lot of the Pokemon Sun and Moon and the Street Fighter V leaks, and when he leaked that picture of that number 4 and then showing the Capcom and the Marvel logo, Maximilian did a coverage of it too. Basically, the only issue I see with it is it's like we don't have his sources, so how do we know this isn't just like one of the biggest and most elaborate pranks that have happened for a game?
Yeah.
Still kind of angry about the whole Akuma thing, but that's, you guys can look into that one. But
I actually have the quote from Polygon right here. They said, although Capcom hasn't officially announced the game, we've been told the company will unveil Marvel vs. Capcom 4 this week alongside Sony's PlayStation Experience event, where the Capcom Cup 2016 Street Fighter V tournament will be held. Oh, that's all I said, I suppose.
It's like I read that and just, it doesn't seem right. It's like I want it to be true, I do, but I can't get excited about this.
The thing that kind of kills it for me is apparently Capcom lost their Marvel license and they never rebought it.
So the only reason that this can happen is because they're changing the way their third-party gaming division works. I don't recall the post itself, because this was a long time ago that it happened, like a couple months at least, maybe 6, somewhere around before I started working my current job. I know, during. Anyway, there was something that changed with the way the licensing worked, and that's the only reason it could happen. But another issue was, I forget the guy's name, but the original person in charge of the division that made Marvel vs. Capcom a reality no longer works in that division. Like, he's in a completely different department now. That's another reason why I can't fully believe in it. But I guess we'll find out at Capcom Cup.
Yeah. The other rumor was that the Marvel cast in the game would basically be based on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the movies. So there probably won't be at least little to no X-Men characters.
Or Deadpool.
So
No, they're probably going to include Deadpool because he was in a Marvel movie.
yeah, he was actually.
Oh, that is true. He was in a Marvel movie.
And Spider-Man was in Captain America Civil War recently.
And he's also getting his own movie soon.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's a good thing that they're doing that, honestly, because that's going to give a new breath of life into the Marvel cast, because every single Marvel vs. Capcom game, actually no, every single Capcom fighting game that has had Marvel characters, who are 2 recurring characters you've always seen? Magneto and Wolverine. Tired of seeing him. Personally, tired of it. Because honestly, I just want to see a Mingo come back from Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and start fighting Groot.
That'd be pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. And this also will probably be another platform, another game where there's no X.
Yeah, I know, right?
Except in costume.
Jeez.
If they don't put X in, people are gonna get angry. Because
again,
everybody was happy when Zero was announced. They're like, oh yeah, Zero, da-da-da.
But
And then
my X?
Ultimate rolls around, and then they discover Zero breaks the game and made it unenjoyable. Looking at you, Cloud.
And then,
I just remember everybody was pissed because there was no Mega Man whatsoever. There was Zero, there was Tron, and there was Roll. Oh no, that was another game. But
Roll was in Marvel 2, Marvel 1, and Tatsunoko vs. Capcom.
That's the game I was thinking of. But yeah, they had Tron, they had Zero, but like no actual Mega Man.
Watch them put Mega Man Zero in just to spit in our faces.
Oh my god. I can see it. I can see it happening.
It's like, I want X to be in, but I just look back to Mega Man in Marvel in MvC 1 and 2, and I just look at him as a character. It's just, he didn't really belong, honestly. Then again, the entire metagame of those games was just completely different. Like, if you didn't have Sentinel, Magneto Storm, Blackheart, and what's his name? Cyclops or Psylocke, your team really didn't mean anything.
Nah, that's a bit true.
Just, Mega Man didn't feel like he fit. Zero fits, to be perfectly honest, just because...
Yeah.
He's like the more mature of the two, I would say.
It's not even that. It's just looking at the way that they've progressed through the series. It's like, the basic one is Zero has a 3/ combo.
Yeah,
Light, medium, heavy. Done.
yeah, he's
Put him in.
That is true. Like,
Meanwhile, X has kind of stayed the same since the classic to the end of time currently. Stand as far away as you can, fire.
Even in Smash, Mega Man seems like one of those, like, weird characters. You gotta, like, stay far away most of the time.
I just don't know. It's like, I'd really love to see X in a fighting game, like a proper fighting game, but there's... Yeah. I've been saying but a lot. It's more so the issue that he just doesn't belong. He really doesn't. I'd sooner see Vile, honestly. And no, that's not...
I wouldn't complain about Sigma either.
That would actually be pretty cool too, or at least like... Who else is memorable from the X cast? I mean, Dynamo would be kind of okay.
Oh yeah, he exists.
Who else was there? We could get that green Maverick Hunter from X2.
Green Biker Dude. Rest in peace.
Vile would be acceptable. There was actually a moveset that was put on DeviantArt, as long as like some concept of his entire moveset, and I liked it. Because his level 3 was he called out the Goliath, and it was just, oh my god!
I had a Mega Man Volna in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Yeah.
I don't know, there's just... As I said, X doesn't belong in a fighting game. It's like, I'd love for him to be in it, but I don't see a home for him. If anything, he's just going to be Morrigan.
I do remember that back when everybody was pissed at Marvel vs. Capcom 3, somebody actually came up with a pretty interesting looking moveset for Mega Man if they ever put him in. It basically utilized all his special weapons.
Don't know if I ever saw that, honestly.
It looked pretty cool, you know. Because at the time, I think Capcom even said like Mega Man wouldn't like work very well in Marvel vs. Capcom, and then a fan just came out and said, "No, this is what you do." And he just laid it out. It was a long time ago, though.
So until there's official word at this point, it's just words on the internet. Doesn't have any weight or merit to it. We'll just have to wait and see.
Pretty much.
Like, I want to say it's going to be real, but I have a feeling it's going to be something completely different. People are going to be like, what?
Capcom versus Nintendo, please.
Oh man, Mario wins all the time. No.
I mean, Mega Man is in Smash now. Like, I think they could do it.
The crossover characters have been so weird these days. I don't know what they're capable of anymore.
I mean, Cloud's a thing. Remember back then when we were like, Cloud would never be in a Nintendo game ever?
And then it happened.
Bam.
Remember when everyone thought it was Star Wolf? Those are great times.
Idiots.
Oh gosh.
Of course it's Cloud.
No, it's Star Wolf, shut up.
Yeah, that's right, we needed more anime sword wielders.
So much more. Well, let's hope this thing is real. That's all we can do, just hope.
Yep.
Well, I guess we can move on then, huh? Well, the next thing we have is they announced a new statue. And this is of Mega Man X and Zero, the Amakuni statue. And we basically call this the Feel statue, because look at that! I mean, you guys can't see it, but basically it's Mega Man X in his first armor. And he's like holding Zero that's been pretty much...
Fatally wounded from Vile.
Yeah, this is like right after he sacrifices himself to take off Vile's armor. He's just dead. Look, X is even crying. Man, that
There's
feels,
like
dude.
super tears coming down, but at some point it's gonna come out. It's probably gonna be like super expensive, but it's well worth it. I definitely want it, just so I can
Yep.
cry every time. You know.
There's something you can scalp.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's amazing. It's probably gonna be stupid expensive though. Is what I'm afraid of.
Oh, it'll be like in the hundreds, maybe. Probably. That's just being nice.
If that.
Oh man.
Yeah. Amazing statue though.
It is pretty detailed. I can't wait to see it in color.
Right. But it like perfectly captures that moment in the first Mega Man X game. It's pretty amazing. But anyways, the next thing we have is, this is a Japanese only thing, so if anyone outside Japan, you wouldn't even care too much about this, but apparently in Japan they have this app called Navitime, and what Navitime is a GPS map, kind of like Google Maps, or wherever you kids use these days. And it's for iOS and Android, and what they did is they teamed up with Capcom to bring a Rockman EXE theme pack to it. So you can have like your icon or land Ikari, and you can use different net navis from Rockman EXE. They have, I see Mega Man, Roll, Proto Man, Glide, Number Man, and Guts Man. And that's cool. You get like a Rockman EXE themed GPS app. Unfortunately, it's only in Japan right now. Apparently Navitime is in other countries besides Japan, but the theme pack is only in Japan, from what I understand. But, you know, it's the 15th anniversary for that series. It's pretty cool they're doing this stuff, even if we aren't going to get it ever.
Oh.
Jailbreak your phones, everybody. Even though it looks like this is only catering to just general travel rather than an actual GPS.
Maybe.
So buses, trains, even airplanes, it looks like.
Yeah, it seems very basic, but hey, it's something.
Toll Navi Transit route map, train traffic, and nearby. So it is basically Google Maps with actual public transport functionality. Take the lesson, America. Do it.
Yeah, well, speaking of Rockman EXE promos, we have a new style change for Mega Man. Gee, how long has it been? But this is based on the Hanayashiki style, basically the theme park we talked about in the last podcast, where they had like a Mission 2 event there for their 15th anniversary. But now Mega Man has his own style change based on the mascot Panda. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's going to be on all the merchandise there. They also have like a little battle chip of him. But in addition, they also announced a new figure based on this style change. And it's a 4-inch now. It's basically the same Mega Man that we talked about in the last podcast, but it's the Hanayashiki style. And you can see like his emblem is a flower, which is kind of funny. And his like little backpack on the back has a panda face. And I'm not gonna lie, it has a pretty cool color scheme, black and white.
It kind of looks like bug style, kind of. A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
But yeah.
I do get that vibe.
You ever loved pandas and loved Mega Man.exe, well, there you go.
Pretty much. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it for the Rockman EXE stuff. Other than that, we have the Mega Man Dorbs figures that were announced. They're made by Funko, the same guys that make the Pop figures that you probably see everywhere, at least in the United States. If you got those Mega Man Pop figures and that wasn't enough, now they have these Dorbs figures of Mega Man. And let's see, they have, of course, Mega Man. They have a green Mega Man Chase variant. They have Rush, Dr. Wily, and Proto Man. And yeah, they look kind of adorable. So if you're into that, that's cool. And then here's actually a really interesting one. So the people over at Proto Dude's Rockman Corner was able to get their hands on a Mega Man X3 prototype ROM. And they actually ripped it for everybody to check out. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Like Vile has a different sprite. And apparently Bite has a different sprite. And then there's just like a lot of little graphical changes. And if you guys remember, on the back of the Mega Man X3 box art, they showed this screenshot from an early prototype by accident, I guess. And it features Blast Hornet's room where you fight him. And if you look on the top, you can see a door there, like just completely unused shutter door. And that's apparently actually in this prototype ROM. So that's kind of cool. I'm really interested, and they say it works too. So,
I
interesting.
might actually check this out.
Yeah. If you go over to Protodude's Rockman Corner, you can find it, and they have all the stuff detailed there, and it looks really interesting.
Yeah, it looks like everything was a lot more bulky.
Yeah, oh, and they also detailed something about, let's see here, like apparently the white outline of X's armor will change depending on the enhancement chip that you have equipped, which was completely removed from the final game for some reason. So hey, that's weird.
Wow, this actually does look pretty interesting.
So then, we got a couple more things to mention. The first is a big one I've been meaning to talk about for a while, and this is Project C.A.I.N, and this is a new Kickstarter that kind of came out of nowhere. So here's the story, actually. So this guy starts basically spamming this copy and pasted message on quite a few of my videos one night. I think it was like a couple nights ago now. And I was like, okay then. So I take a look at it, and he's talking about how he's making a spiritual successor to Mega Man Battle Network. And it's a Kickstarter and all that. He's like, go check it out. And okay, so I check it out. And I was like, okay then. So I posted it on Twitter and Facebook to kind of get the word out there. And then it actually caught some people's attention on Twitter. And even Protodude from the Rockman Corner retweeted my post. So that was kind of cool. But you know, the general reaction seems to be that this is really weird. Like, it doesn't seem very good. And also I have to agree. Because someone even told me the picture that they use on the Kickstarter front page is taken from Google. You know, it's not original. So that's one red flag. But the second red flag is they talk about how, like, okay, so this is a spiritual successor just like my number 9. And I was like, dude, don't talk about my number 9. You shouldn't be comparing yourself to that.
Yeah, that's a really bad idea.
It's a really bad idea. Like, not necessarily because my number 9 is the worst game ever. I'm not saying that. But it does have some really bad rep. So you shouldn't be associating yourself with that. Like, at least I would not advise you to do so. But otherwise, they talk about how this is kind of like a Mega Man Battle Network game, of course, with like a different name and characters. This isn't like a fan game or anything. This is like a completely new thing. But it's supposed to be kind of like a Battle Network game, and they promised new features to keep things fresh. And like, there's really nothing much. It's probably the most barest Kickstarter page I've ever seen in my life, to be honest.
That's true. Like,
there really is nothing there.
There's just words in the Google picture. It's like, you kind of want to get behind it, but at the same time, I need more than just that.
That's pretty much my verdict. Like, I have no intention of backing it, at least at this point. But if they show me some more and I'm really into it, then yeah, I might consider it. But for now, they still have yet to sell me on the concept.
Yeah, I'm just going to be playing the waiting game. See if anything comes up.
It's like, cool, Mega Man Battle Network Successor, but you gotta deliver still.
Yeah, a lot of people learn their lesson.
And like, I'll probably link this in the description of the YouTube upload for you guys, so you can look at that. But I just wanted to talk about it in case anyone was interested. But I just say be wary, because you know, like with all things on Kickstarter, you're taking a risk.
If anything, we're giving this guy free exposure. Where's my demo code?
I know, right?
He makes.
I thought about that too. It's like this guy just literally spams the messages on my videos. It's like, should I even be posting about this? That's what I was thinking to myself. but I guess it's whatever.
Was it actually the person, or is it just like something
Yes,
else?
it was the creator.
Huh.
It's the same name and everything. So,
Peculiar.
yeah. It seems like this is kind of like a... Like, I don't know the guy at all, but it just seems like he kind of came out of nowhere. Just somebody that nobody really knows about. And he's like, hey, I want to do this thing. That's cool, I guess.
It does seem a little bit hinky that he's asking for 5 large when he doesn't have much to show from it aside from one concept photo.
Yeah. How much did My Number 9 ask for?
Several million.
No,
Well, that's what they got at the end, but I think, it was like
they asked for
9K.
750K. I want to say it's around that. I think.
Oh, wow. I guess I'm thinking of... Oh, I'm thinking of Ukulele. That's like a different scenario. But, yeah. I mean, it's not the most ever, but he needs to show more. Like, it looks like you have a concept there, but you need to, like, show us a little more of what you're going on about. Like, screenshots would be preferred, but if you literally have nothing to show, then come up with something.
I was a little bit off. It was 900,000.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying to appease probably one of the most pickiest, very, very emotional fan bases. So, yeah, good luck with that. If you're trying to,
It's gonna have to be a very delicate process.
yeah, it's
I mean, it's just like, currently, Godspeed to you.
Yeah, literally. Because if you get this right, you have a really loyal, well, maybe like at least a very passionate fan base behind you. But on the other hand, if you screw up, well,
Then you're pretty much blacklisted from the community forever.
yeah. I don't think anybody wants to be in the same position as Inafune probably is in right now.
Didn't he leave Concept right after 9 came out?
No. He's still there.
I could have sworn he walked out.
No?
oh man, that would be funny if he did.
I mean, he's still helping out with Gunvolt. So...
Oh yeah, that is true.
Oh yeah, speaking of Gunvolt, I still need to talk about that too. So, I already made a video on this, but Gunvolt's got a bunch of sales, and I think the Nintendo eShop one at least is still going until like December 5th or something. And then they have a new Christmas mode on the Steam version, which looks kind of cool. I haven't played it yet, but that's cool. It's basically the Christmas mode 2015, but they made it a little better for 2016. They had a new Thanksgiving wallpaper made by one of their artists. Looks pretty dope. It features the Eden members from Gunvolt 2. So that's pretty much the Gunvolt news. So if you guys want to check that out, you totally can. Gunvolt is a really good series. The last thing we have to talk about is just mentioning again about the Mega Man Star Force anniversary. It's coming up on December 14th. And like I said, Shadow and Turtle reached out to me and many others. And if you guys can pitch in and like tweet something to Capcom on Twitter or Facebook or anything you want to do, just like maybe your collection or a drawing or anything about Star Force, and show them like that we actually care about this game, that'd be pretty nice. And we'll probably make our podcast about Mega Man Star Force, because conveniently our next podcast falls on the week of the anniversary, so that's pretty convenient. So we'll probably be talking about it more then, but I just wanted to mention it again and let you guys know.
It's still there. It
Other than
exists. Promise.
People care about this game, I guess. Other than that, you guys have anything to say before we end the segment?
I don't really have anything else to add.
I don't either.
Cool. So we're going to take another break, and when we come back, we are going to talk about our main topic, scalping and the wonderful world of that.
And surviving Black Friday.
See you guys in a bit. Welcome back, guys. In this segment, we're going to be talking about our main topic for the podcast. And this time, Hero is here, and we had to really think of something that we all could really talk about. So this time, we just decided to talk about a little bit about Thanksgiving, and then our Black Friday experiences, perhaps, or maybe Black Friday in general, and the wonderful world of scalping and what's going on with that right now. So, I guess I'll start with my Thanksgiving. I didn't really do that much. I just went to my grandma's like I did every year. I didn't even have turkey. I had grilled chicken. And I say grilled chicken because it's very important. I can't have fried foods.
Oh.
It's funny because my family got... Okay, we'll just go with they sold out. And basically what they did is they just went to Cane's, the restaurant, to get fried chicken. And then they're like, oh shoot, ShadowRock can have fried stuff. So now we gotta go get him a grilled chicken just for him. And so everybody ate Cane's that day. And I had grilled chicken. Like a whole pot of it. I didn't eat the whole pot. Only just a little bit. I don't even know where to wrestle it, to be honest.
Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of turkey to begin with. So I would have been like, I would prefer chicken. Or ham.
I like both equally. Like, I'm not a big fan of chicken and turkey in general. But, you know, if I have to eat it, I have to eat it. I'm not gonna complain. But that's all we did, really. Like, my mom always puts on these ghost shows. She likes paranormal stuff. So we ended up watching a paranormal show like the entire time we were there.
Nice. Eating chicken
Right,
and
okay then.
talking about spooky ghosts.
Spooky. Yeah. But to be fair, the one in particular we were watching, it was called Ghost Mine. And it was probably one of the most interesting paranormal shows I've seen. I've seen quite a few, thanks to my mom. So, you know, I was actually really into it. Like, I had my chair turned at the dinner table. You know, you're supposed to be all about family and stuff. And no, let's watch a spooky show. We're spooky.
Just give me my food.
We're spooky. Yeah, like, literally, it's like, just give me my food. I'll go back to the living room.
Or in my case, it's, hey, I want to buy some booze. I'm like, okay. Because I worked. I didn't sit down with the family. I had to work. Because at my job, we have a thing where you have to choose between 3 holidays on which one you want to work. And it's between Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. So I was like, I'll take Christmas off. Thanksgiving, to me, honestly, I can really care less about Thanksgiving. It's going to sound really bad, but, I mean, it's just a really big glorified dinner.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
and to me, it's just a day where I get mac and cheese, because that's all I care about, just mac and cheese.
I did have mac and cheese.
That is pretty good stuff. And it's not to say I don't like the holiday, I'm just saying I just don't care for it. Also, turkey's not really my thing. So many bones.
I mean, to be completely fair, Thanksgiving doesn't really mean much in the United States anymore. Because the whole idea behind it is like, you're supposed to be thankful for the people in your life, right? And then the next day, we just go kill each other over a $200 TV.
Although now now it's not even the next day; it's right after dinner. We go and kill each other for a big old TV.
So it's like, what's the point? Honestly,
They do it for the social aspect.
At least with my family, we usually talk during dinner, or we watch a movie or something. So, to me, that's kind of the same thing. But I'm not gonna.
it's basically what we do. I mean, I have a small family. There's only like 7 of us, including my grandma and uncle. That's pretty much all I have. Like in the immediate area, I have like some cousins and stuff in other places in the U.S., but my immediate family, that's all I have. So it's not like I'm visiting my uncles and whatever from like another country or something. or another state. No, that's all I have. So, we don't really do too much.
I will say I sold a lot of booze. A lot of it. Like, jeez, man. Like, it was pretty busy. They wanted their booze. That was really it for me. I even bought some myself. Just one thing, though. Came with, like, nice hot glasses. Because it is that time. There's a bunch of gift sets all over the place. It's like, oh, you want some booze? Well, here's a fancy cup. I'm like, how much does it cost? It's free. I'm like, yeah. Buy it. But I did have dinner afterwards, like when I got home. I didn't get home too late, fortunately. It was like 10. I got home like at 11. It was fine. And then Black Friday happened. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that something would have happened to spark my night because we have a Target right behind us, and before I came into work, I saw like some bouncer-looking security guards like putting up barricades and everything. I'm like, oh dear,
It's happening.
it's happening. They're preparing.
It's happening, boys.
They're preparing for the calm before the storm. Nothing happened though. It was just whatever. I kept asking customers, "Hey, do you hear anything crazy happening back there?" Like, no, not really. Okay. I guess we were tame today. I guess. And then, well, do you want to talk about your Thanksgiving experience, Mr. Azure?
I mean, for me, there's not a whole lot to really talk about. I mean, we also had chicken because we aren't very fortunate to have a lot of money around this time of year, so there was that. Yep.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's
The only
true,
thing that
too.
really happened, I guess that's worthy, is just my birthday falling on Thanksgiving, which is annoying. Because that makes it harder to get off from work.
Oh yeah.
But I managed it, so I just basically stayed in my room the entire time until it came to eat, and then I just played video games with my niece once we were done on the Wii U.
Oh, that's nice. Honestly, you're not missing much. Turkey's kind of in my opinion.
I find it refreshing after eating chicken and beef all year. It's like whenever I'm at work, I'll always make a turkey sandwich or something.
Yeah, that's true too.
I still prefer ham and things like that. I don't know. I was never really big into turkey. And even when we do have turkey, I usually take the smaller pieces, like the wing, the leg. I don't really go for anything more than that. Plus, like I said, they have a lot of bone. Jesus. Goodness. So much bone. Every time I bite into it, no, there's a bone right there. Could have stabbed my face, but I'm fine now.
Yeah, that's why I don't like eating chicken and turkey usually, because of the bones. I'm a very picky eater like that. I don't like stuff with a bone in it.
Well, with chicken, it's like a lot less bone. I mean, there's still bone, but there's less. Turkey, there's just so much of it. It's just why. Why?
He's right, you know.
Oh, goodness, why?
We usually get boneless chicken.
And I actually didn't even do much for Black Friday. I just wanted to get one game. I wanted to get the Sharker pack for my brother. And then I just wanted to see what else was there. I originally wanted a PS4 because $250 for a PS4, and I think it was like the 500 gig one. I think it was the Uncharted pack. I was like, oh, I want that. But then I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, I don't really need it. So I'll live without it. I would have picked up the limited edition 3DS though, if I could, but no, they were gone.
Gone before you could say, I want it.
Okay. People are selling it back for people are selling it for like $160, which honestly, that's still a pretty good price if you really think about it. It's
yeah, it's like only $10 more than a regular smaller new 3DS, because they had that Mario pack not too long ago that was $150.
So honestly, this is I won't lie, it's pretty good. But I'm kind of sad I missed out on that. I also missed out on Poplio. There was not a single plush left. I was like, no,
Oh yeah.
my plushies, I want it, but it's not there. Okay. Thanks, man. Like, honestly, I already did my shopping way back when, so I really didn't need to do it anymore. To me, Black Friday was just a reason for me to get up, go to the mall. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't do much for Black Friday either.
I thought about it, but then I realized they didn't have anything that I wanted. I already missed most of the online deals that I wanted to abuse.
I won't lie,
Yeah.
though. It was pretty busy. Like, holy crap. Like, there was so many people everywhere.
Well, I didn't even go out. I just basically browsed online, like Amazon.
I'm pretty sure it would have been full. There were people in it. Honestly, that's what everyone does at this point. They don't even... I mean, some people don't go out, I should say. They usually wait for Cyber Monday and just get the good deals there.
Even Cyber Monday wasn't that great. It was just Black Friday again.
Yeah. There's, like, nothing, man.
There was, like, little to nothing that really caught my eye. Like, there's some tempting things, but at the end of the day, I didn't have much money because Pokemon Sun and Moon already took a vacuum to my wallet. So that kind of ruined my chances of taking full advantage of Black Friday. So all I really did was I replaced my keyboard because that thing was falling apart. The cap for the backspace key just came off, so I was just using the nub for that. And the dash key doesn't work. So usually on YouTube titles, I use the dash key a lot. Like game title dash part 1. But you know, I can't use the key on my other keyboard, so I would have to go to another video or a website that has like the dash symbol, or I'll have to copy and paste it. That's how bad it was. So like, yeah, I need to replace this keyboard, and I finally did, and it's not too bad. But that's all I really did for Black Friday.
Like, every year I hope something big happens. And then nothing happens. At least around my town. Nothing happens. I'm like, oh, okay. Cool, thanks.
I'm pretty sure there was fights or something around my town, but I honestly couldn't care less about it.
Oh, yeah. It's like, you can go on YouTube and probably look it up and be like, yo, fights.
Yeah.
But, there was one thing that was not even remotely there on Black Friday. And this is where we're getting to the big topic now. Where's my NES Classic?
Where is it?
Where is it? It's on the internet for $4,000 a piece. Well,
Good lord.
one guy is at least trying to do that. But yeah, that Nintendo's very bad practices of just releasing a few things at a time, having people wanting to go crazy for it, and just reselling it on eBay for so much more, like quadruple, quintuple the price. I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. As if we had enough with amiibos. Gotta do it again. That was just a $12, $13 piece of plastic. This is like a system, which, realistically speaking, is not that great. You know, it's pure nostalgia. And you can get an actual classic controller for your Wii Mote.
An actual NES controller, dude. You could like hook it up to your Wii U and play Mega Man 1 through 6 with an NES controller.
Oh, and by the way,
Pretty
that's
cool
gone
in my
too.
book.
There's no
I know, like
there's no controllers either.
Honestly, if I couldn't get the system, I would have just bought the controller. That's basically all I want is the controller. At this point,
Nope, but those were all scooped up and scalped super hard. I don't know what those prices. I never bothered to look up those, but I was like, come on, man, I just want my stuff. But yeah, the scalping is pretty bad. Unfortunately, it's a thing that will always happen when it comes to like the big stuff. I remember Tickle Me Elmo. That was a pretty big one. I'm so glad I was never into it. My mom tells me that all the time. I was like, I'm so glad you weren't into Tickle Me Elmo because, Jesus, that toy was like the thing.
There was another one too. Besides that,
I'm
like,
trying to remember as well, but there were like some things.
it's like Patch Kids or something.
Oh,
stupid like that.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Then Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies.
Beanie Babies.
Definitely Beanie Babies. There's something else that's going on today. I just don't remember what it's called. I think it was something called Hatchimals or something like that. It's like this crazy new toy that people are loving it as well.
I never understood that one.
I don't think I understand any of these, to be honest. Okay, maybe Tickle Me Elmo I kind of understood because Elmo was like gigantic back then. But
Then it was something unique.
Yeah. It laughs. But yeah, you know, it's a bit of a bummer that people can't get it. And I know some people who's been wanting to buy it because they want to gift it. I actually wanted to buy it to gift it, but no, I'm not paying $400 for something that's, not the greatest thing in the world.
You could buy a Wii U and all the games.
Well, I guess we gotta talk about the NES Classic itself. So it's like $60.
Mm-hmm.
Comes with 30 games from the NES library. And actually, is Final Fantasy even on the Wii U eShop? Because that's the one thing that stuck out to me. Is like, wow, Final Fantasy?
I want to say yes, but I honestly don't know.
But yeah, they have 30 games, which for $60, it's not the greatest. But if you think about it, on the eShop, every NES game is $5. So you're basically getting 30 games for like $2 to $3 a piece, which it's at least a discount. So, and then there's the other thing, and like you can look up videos about this. Like Game Explain posted a video about this, but the emulation on NES Classic is like far better than the Wii U version of it. Because what they did on the Wii U is they put like this filter over it that makes the screen super dark. But then you look at the NES Classic Edition and it's super bright and colorful and vibrant. So like, honestly don't know what they were thinking when they made those emulators for the Wii U, because the vast majority of them are really dark and like don't look very good. Except for the GBA. The GBA is like the best one on there. You get what you pay for, I guess.
And I should probably offer like some sort of advice. Don't buy it on eBay for those ludicrous prices. Don't do it. Don't cave in.
Just wait.
Literally just wait. Like with the amiibos, they eventually flooded the market to the point where now you can just go buy one.
Yeah, see you in 5 months.
I mean, by the time they come out, nobody's going to care about them, so... But, like, you really don't need it right now. Even if you want to gift it, like, don't give into those prices. I gave into scalping once. And even though it was like $40, it still sucked. So don't do it.
Let me guess, it was a Rosalina figure?
Yep. I saw an article that apparently ThinkGeek.com, the company that got bought out by GameStop, they're going to try restocking it before Christmas. I'm pretty sure a bunch of other stores are going to do the same thing. Don't know how much, though. Could just be like just another small wave.
Let's hope not, because that's something that people do want. Whether, like, we criticize it for being kind of lackluster, but people do want it. Nostalgia will always sell quite a bit.
I think one of the reasons it's doing well is because the Wii U kind of failed. I mean, not kind of, like it failed.
It kind of failed.
Commercially.
It did fail.
It did.
There was...
The best game at launch was Zombie U, and that was terrible.
Oh. Don't make fun of my game like that. No, I'm kidding. That game's... I like the game. I have a tendency of liking bad games. But, yes, they are bad games. Oh, man.
The best game was the new Super Mario game, which it was a good game, but it's another new Super Mario Bros. Game. And then we just had like 2 other ones right before that. It's like, really? Another one? And that's why people didn't like, oh, that's boring. They didn't buy it.
Why didn't people?
And the Wii U had a bunch of software droughts. It didn't do very well. Like EA super got out of that.
Yep.
A lot of other third parties.
It's like, come on,
It's
Nintendo.
unfortunate, but
People didn't want to scalp the Wii U.
Point being, though, this NES thing come out, like, people are like, oh, I like the NES. Don't have a Wii U, though, but I'll buy an NES. So they're super eating that up. As soon as they don't have access to the virtual console like us Wii U owners do.
Nope.
So that's probably why it's doing well.
Yeah.
That and every hipster emerged from the center of the earth, whatever hole they were hiding in.
Oh my god, that is true. I mean, it was kind of sad because I'm like in several Facebook groups. I see people posting pictures where they have like 5 or 10. Like, I'm selling these for like $400, $200, $300. I'm like, I hate you.
Disgusting.
That is filth. Very much filth. Super filth. You're filthier than those kids who like use legendaries and like
Take a bath, kiddo.
cup. Like, no, just stop. But it's never going to end. Because money is money. We need money in this world.
So much money.
Honestly, I just want the controller. That's what I want.
I know, right?
But even that's like up there in price. I think it was like 30 or 20 for it. I don't remember.
Because, like, yes, the Wii U emulation isn't the best, but it's still not the worst either. So, you get the NES controller. Now you can play Mega Man 1 through 6. You can play Mario. You can play pretty much wherever you have on your Wii U with an actual controller, the way it's supposed to be played. And that's pretty exciting in itself.
Yeah.
I want to play Mega Man X with it. I don't need dashing.
I know.
If that's the case, I'd rather play those games with the PS3 controller.
Right. Oh, jeez. Honestly, I think that's about it. Besides,
Well, you guys want to talk about, since we're on the topic, you guys want to talk about our amiibo stories?
the what stories?
Amiibos.
Oh,
I don't have an amiibo story.
oh gosh.
He hasn't played.
I
I'm pretty
have
sure.
like the biggest one, which is the one I actually gave into a scalper and bought it. But it was Rosalina came out and she was the Target exclusive. And the night before I made a call to Target and I was like, "Hey, are you guys going to have this amiibo in stock tomorrow?" And then I was like, "Yeah, we're going to have it in stock." Okay, cool. So I wake up at 8 o'clock and I call them again. And I asked, "Do you guys have these in stock?" And the lady was like, "No, we don't have them in stock. They're going to come in at 12. So I had to work in my old job from 9 to 6 and I had a night bike to work. So I'm riding my bike and on my way to work, my wheel chain kind of popped off and like I was in the middle of the road. I was like, "Oh god. Oh jeez. I'm going to die." No, I didn't die.
No.
I
mean, if you died, you wouldn't be here.
but it'd be kind of weird. Who's doing Star Force 2 now? Whoa.
You're a Die Ghost player now.
Oh, jeez.
ThyGamePlaya, the Phantom Pain.
Oh my god. But so I go and I fix my bike and I'm like, okay, my day cannot get any worse because I was already late to work. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to Target. I'm going to like go and pick it up, or at least like I just wanted to make sure that they were right because I felt something off. So I'm riding to Target. I get to Target. I talk to the customer service lady. And I was like, do you guys have these on stock, or are they going to come at 12 o'clock? And the lady tells me, oh, these are gone by like 8:05. I'm like, what?
Oh.
I called them, and they said they were going to come at 12. Yeah, I don't know who told you that, but yeah, they sold out like in 5 minutes. I wanted to cry. Not because I didn't get it, but because I was lied to. Pretty hard.
I remember that day. Like, I didn't go to Target or anything that day, but I just remember hearing from everybody and you yourself that, like, yeah, they sold out in like 5 minutes.
Like,
jeez.
And then not only that, I get to work, and I somehow made it on time, even though I thought I was going to be late. And I get in trouble at work for like the dumbest thing in the world. So I lost my Rosalina amiibo already, and now you're just going to put me even deeper in the dirt. I'm like, this day sucks, man. Like, my bike chain popped off, which almost killed me. I didn't get this amiibo, and I'm getting in trouble from work because I didn't have a belt on. Oh god. I can't work without a belt. Oh gosh. But then afterwards, I kind of got desperate. I was like, I really want this amiibo. I don't want to give in. And then finally I gave in. It was like $35 with $5 shipping. I was like, It could have been worse, because I saw some for like 50 or 60. It could have been much worse. And to my recollection, I don't think she ever got restocked. I may be wrong though. But
maybe, but at the same time I don't remember.
I've personally never seen her ever again. Like, so yeah. I guess in a sense it's kind of good that I spent the money, or at least I could have just waited until they had in Japan for like $20, and I would have just bought it there, like I've done with all the ones I've been missing. Yeah, that was my story. Mm-hmm. I was honestly, me not getting the amiibo was the best thing that happened to me that day. It was just bad, man. It was just pretty bad.
And like we said, Rosalina sold out in 5 minutes, and back when amiibos were all the rage, that was pretty much a common theme. Like, there'd be long lines, people waiting in front of the store, like, 5 hours before the store even opens.
I never did that.
Because they really want this amiibo. They just sell out, like, immediately.
I remember that there was a WarioWare custom game where it was Amiibo Simulator. So you'd always just click F5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
Oh, my God.
Whoever made that deserves a job.
A Nintendo.
Oh, yeah. Mario versus Donkey Kong. Amiibos before they were amiibos.
Oh, yeah.
Because literally the intro cutscene is Donkey Kong breaks into the minis factory and steals all the minifigures. So Mario has to get it back, so they can charge customers for it. It's like something that would actually happen with amiibos. That's great.
Yeah, boy. I think the fastest I've ever seen an amiibo get sold out super fast was probably Lucina and Robin. Like, holy crap.
Oh yeah.
That was online. Like,
so I have my own story to tell about that. Because you were part of it too, TGP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I remember one day, Lucina and Robin and like a bunch of other amiibos are going on pre-order at GameStop. I know you went there. You were in line.
Mm-hmm. And
you were just like texting me on Facebook. Yeah, so this guy just sold out. Oh, I just heard this sold out. I was like, oh man, can we puss? And then, so yeah, Lucina and Robin went the fastest. So I went on PlayAsia.com, and they have like the Japanese import amiibos. It's a little bit more expensive, a little bit more shipping costs, but I basically got Lucina and Robin for like a little over $20 a piece. Which, compared to the scalper prices, that's not bad at all. So, I did that. But then, I thought it was going to come out like in July. Came out in June instead. And I was like, well, crap. My wallet is not ready for this. So I'm like, TGP, you're gonna have to buy these off of me.
So I literally had to go to the account and change all the information to go to my card. Because the thing is, when you buy from these sites, they take the money no matter what. And if you go down to the negatives, you get like penalties from your bank, and it's not pretty.
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess I'm getting Lucina and Robin.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you can have these. At least one of us will have it.
I still do. I'm only missing one that are at least out right now.
But good news, just like last month, they finally released Lucina again. Like, had a restock of her. So now I have a Lucina of my own. Yeah. It's like, to be honest, that was the only one I wanted anyway.
Oh yeah, and then Robin, he's everywhere now. Like, I see like every GameStop I go to, I see like at least 10.
It's funny because at my Walmart, I actually see Ryu's plentifully.
Mm-hmm.
Ryu is stupid cheap on Amazon. You can get him for like $7.
It's not as bad as Lucas. You get him like 4 on Amazon.
I know.
It's pretty funny.
That's so bad. Yeah, like, back then, amiibos were stupid expensive because everybody was scalping them, but then they started restocking them a bunch, and then just nowadays, I guess the scalpers don't really bother anymore. So amiibos are stupid cheap now.
As they should have been at the start.
Like, the only ones that are going to be expensive are like the first edition ones. But that's if you care about the box itself and you want to keep them in the box. But if you're just buying them just to use them, they're cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
And then I have one more story, and again, it has something to do with you too. Greninja.
Oh my god, that's right.
So at first, Greninja was a Toys R Us exclusive, and I was like following the Amiibo subreddit at the time, and there's whispers, and Toys R Us even said, okay, so we're gonna put pre-orders for Greninja at like 6 in the morning. And I tell TGP that, and he's like, okay, I'm going to bed. Like, good night, man.
Yeah, because I had to open for work that day, so I was going to wake up at that time anyways. So I would have bought it then.
But, to everybody's surprise, suddenly this guy comes on the Amiibo subreddit, and he's like, hey guys, I'm a Toys R Us employee, and yeah, they lied. It's going to go up at 3 a.m., actually. And then everyone's like, oh man, should we trust this guy? And I was like, you know what? I'm staying up. I'm going to see if this is real. And lo and behold, he was telling the truth. It went live at like 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I bought mine immediately. But this thing went fast. Like, it sold out in like 10 minutes. And I was just sitting there on Facebook because TGP was still asleep. And I wanted to tell him like that it's live right now. I was like, TGP, dude, wake up, puss. So I was like, oh man, this guy is gonna be so mad when he wakes up. So I decided to do a really cool thing, and I decided to buy a Greninja for him.
I know. I'm surprised they let you do it.
Yeah, I know. Because usually some websites they only let you buy one amiibo because they're trying to stop the scalpers. But I was able to buy 2.
And then I wake up, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy this thing. It's like, dude, they're gone. Like, wait, what? Yeah, man, they're gone. They went up at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
What? Like, I had such a genuine, disappointed, angry reaction. I was like, what? Why? How can you do that to me?
He's got lied to.
Well, then he told me after, he was like, yeah, I bought one for you. I was like, ah.
Yep. And then, like, I got both of them at my house, and then I shipped one to him, and yeah, we were happy.
I was
At least with that amiibo.
at least with that one. And then, like, after a while, GameStop was like, nope, we're not pre-ordering anymore. It's first come, first serve now, you know. I mean, they'll still limit it to one one per person. Actually, at first, GameStop was like, you can only get one amiibo. And this is when they came out with like 5 or 6 different ones, and like, you can only get one. I'm like, what?
Yeah, just one.
But then afterwards, they're like, okay, you can get one of each. But that's it. But yeah, they were like, no more pre-orders. Pre-orders are done. Only Amazon was brave enough to do it. Those crazy people.
Oh, the way Amazon handled it was pretty cool. Because this guy, this one Amazon employee, I think he ran the social media as well. He ended up like becoming like a regular at the Amiibo subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
And he would like work with them to kind of figure out like how is Amazon going to distribute all the Amiibos. So what they came up with in the end is they would send an email to everybody saying, okay, so this Amiibo goes up at 2 p.m., the next one goes up at 3 p.m., and so on. So you would have a certain time and date for each Amiibo, so you would know exactly when it goes up. And it actually worked really well. You know, everybody that was really into it could get the Amiibos that they wanted, provided they were fast.
Yeah, because I think they first started doing that with the Wave 4, the one that had Lucina in it. That's when they were doing it. And that sold out within minutes. It was gone. Like, you refreshed and, oh, it's gone.
Well, I remember that was like the last really bad one. But after that, the waves were pretty tame, to my memory.
The only one that was really, that was kind of bad, but not really as bad, was Palutena. But that's because she was a Amazon exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I got it in time. I think it lasted for like 20 minutes before it sold out. So it wasn't as bad, but it was still pretty bad.
Yeah, it usually like took 10 to 20 minutes for things to sell out, unless it's like an amiibo that nobody cared about.
And then what's really funny is afterwards, the people would sell them for like $35-$40 on Amazon. So
yeah.
And then like you see nothing but bad reviews and like, oh, scalper, don't buy it from him. And
yeah.
Amiibos was such a bad time, and when it came to buying the stuff. So I learned I'm not gonna do the same thing with the NES Classic. I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, like we'll get our NES Classic eventually. It's just a matter of waiting.
Don't buy it for $400. Don't do it. Please don't.
It's not even worth it.
Please. I
just hope they stock a bunch of them for Christmas. So it also makes for a nice Christmas stocking at least.
I don't have my hopes up.
Yeah, that would be nice. I had one more amiibo story, and it's regarding the Mega Man amiibo. So you and I were basically in the same boat. GameStop was being really weird of their communication of when these amiibos are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, okay, so it comes out this Friday. And then we started hearing like, no, it's been delayed to like Monday or something. And then Sunday comes or something like that. And then TGP gets a call from GameStop. It's like, hey, your pre-order's been here for a couple days. Are you gonna come pick it up?
Yeah, it was at work too. So I'm like, who's calling me? It was like, oh yeah, hey, it's us from GameStop. We've had your Mega Man amiibo for days now. You're gonna get it? I'm like, what do you mean for days? You said it was gonna come out on Monday. It's like, oh, yeah. Are you gonna get it? I'm like, yes. So after work, I had to go get it, but it was so weird.
Yeah.
And then like Shulk 2 was pretty weird.
I didn't get a call myself. I had to call them. And I was like, hey, is my Mega Man amiibo there? And he's like, yeah. Yeah, man. Come pick it up.
You had to call them.
It's like,
oh my god.
Like, they didn't even care enough to call me. I had to call them.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And then I went up there, and my pre-order was the last Mega Man amiibo that they had. Like, he pulled out the drawer, and it was completely empty, except for one Mega Man amiibo.
Oh.
So I was, like, talking to the guy, And I was like, yeah, so how long has it been here? And he's like, yeah, it's been here since like Friday. And you're like the last one picking it up. And he's like, dude, like if you waited just like a couple more days, we'll probably have to sell it to somebody else. It's like, oh, okay then. So that was that. I got my Mega Man amiibo at least. But it was super weird how it all happened.
The thing with it too was kind of sucked about it was if you were to pre-order from them, you had to pay full price. You couldn't put down like $1 or $5. No, you had to pay for it all. Get it all now, get it never.
That was actually different for me. I didn't pay for it up front. I just went there like on the day of and paid for it.
I had to. They were like, no, we don't do it that way. I'm like, no, okay.
Well, did you go to the store and do it?
Yeah, you had to go to the store because
I did it online. That's
I guess
why.
my GameStop doesn't like
Because
me.
if you pre-order at GameStop online for most things, you don't have to pay until you go to pick it up.
That's interesting.
But certain things, like they had like the Majora's Mask 3DS, and yeah, you had to pay up front for that one.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I like how we went from scalping to amiibos.
I mean, you can't talk about scalping these days without amiibos.
That is true.
You remember that video? I think it was Angry Joe.
Which one?
He was talking about how, yeah, I've been through this before. Amiibos are super scarce right now, but eventually they'll start restocking a bunch and it won't even be that valuable anymore. And scalpers will stop.
Actually, yes, I do remember, and it was Irate Gamer. Because it was, like, he compared it with Skylanders.
It was one of those guys, yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, those are the days when you had to wait an F5 the crap out of that laptop or computer and hope you got your amiibo.
And this time, we're just hoping to see if the NES Classic Edition
now we're doing the same
comes
thing.
back soon.
We're pushing F5 on the GameStop computer. Like, is it back yet? Like, can you leave the store, please? Thank you.
Well, hopefully the Nintendo Switch isn't the same way.
I hope not.
To be honest, I fully expect them to do it anyway. It's like, yeah, we're gonna ship like 3 Switches to each store. That's enough.
That's plenty. I don't think they would, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath.
Well, apparently, in their like financial report, they bidded pretty low on Switch sales. Probably on purpose, to be honest, but that could also say something too about how they plan to stock it.
Yeah. Wowie. Alright, I think it's that time to
Yeah, pretty much. Is there anything else you guys want to say?
No, nothing else really.
Not for me.
Just
Nice. So we're gonna take another quick break, and to finish off the podcast, we're gonna see what you guys want us to talk about. Maybe some questions, messages, and all that. Basically, it's gonna be our fan interaction section. So hope you guys will stay tuned for that in just a bit. See you then. Hey guys, welcome back, and this time we are going to be doing our fan interaction section. So this is the first time we'll be doing it in this podcast. But if you guys want to participate in this, we'll put out a call, let you guys know on Facebook and Twitter, and it's in the description on the YouTube upload. But I'm at ShadowRockZX on Twitter, and then the Facebook page is ShadowRockZX. But anyways, if you want to get in on it, type your message, question, or topic that you want us to discuss or read, and you use the hashtag Rise of the ShadowCast, just like that, and we'll be able to see it. and read it on the next podcast. So that's pretty cool. So let's actually get into it, shall we? The first one we have is from John. And he's asked, have you and the crew watched Mobile Suit G Gundam anime before?
I did a very long time
G
ago.
Gundam was the best one.
I've heard very good things about it. I also heard that Mark Gotha, the voice of Mega Man X, also had a part in it.
Yep, Domon
cool.
is voiced by X, and then his basically the true antagonist of the anime is actually voiced by Sigma.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely worth a watch if you're a Mega Man fan.
Yeah, I remember watching some episodes, but it was a long time ago. But I haven't really watched Gundam too much. It's mainly because, like, when it comes to anime, there's just too many video games to play. So I don't really get around to it.
Spoken like an otaku.
Maybe a gaming version of otaku.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a very long time ago since I've seen it. I honestly don't remember at all. I just remember watching it.
It was awesome.
That's all I remember. That it was cool. But then that's it. I was a tiny boy when I watched it.
Yeah, me too. The next one we have is from Soul Takuro Kamiya. He's sold to Django on our Discord server. But he asks, what is your favorite Pokemon design of all time? And mine is pretty obvious, so I'll let you guys go first.
Okay. It's gonna be a bit of a curveball in terms of like the coolest looking ones ever. But I love Gudra so much. It's like the cutest thing in the world. The thing with me is I love cute. And Dragonite was like, oh my god, this thing is so cool. So cute. And then Gudra came along and was like, oh, you're cuter.
You traitor.
And they made her a fat special wall, and that was... It's funny, because every time I make a team, that's the one thing I'm always lacking. It's a special wall. But they talked to me, it's like, yeah, here you go. Here's a special wall. Can't recover, but, you know, there's a special wall.
I do like Gudra. I can't lie. And Gumi. Gumi.
Oh, of course, Gumi. People love Gumi. As do I.
I don't know what I would say is like my favorite or what I think is the coolest design, but I guess the best idea I can come up with is it's a steel type. I just can't figure out which one. I guess Aggron. I like how he looks.
Hey, he's pretty. Like
Yeah.
he is a pretty cool one.
Pretty good Pokemon.
Sucks about his typing though.
Oh, yeah.
It does kind of suck, but you know, he's a pretty big beefy tank.
So, if you guys have listened to my past Pokemon related videos or anything, you guys know what I'm going to say. The Trico line. It's my favorite starter, and he's basically been my favorite since Generation 3. He looks so cool. I like how Ash's Trico has like a stick all the time. It's pretty dope. And he turned into the Grovyle, which also looks amazing. I'll admit, Sceptile looks a little dopey, but still kind of cool. But its Mega Evolution in Generation 6 is even more amazing. It's a freaking dragon type, and it's like the coolest design I've ever seen in Pokemon, to be honest. Oh,
It's
so
got a
good.
Christmas tree up the butt.
Like the also unfortunate thing about it is it is now 4 times weak to ice with the dragon type.
Oh,
But, you know, it's still cool. Lightning Rod ability is a little random, but that's cool too. The best part about it having Lightning Rod is I was watching the Pokemon X, Y, and Z anime, and they have basically the guy who looks up to Ash. He's fighting against Tierno, and at one crucial moment in the battle, Blastoise basically takes the last hit as she sets up Rain Dance, just so Blastoise went down, and then he sent in Raichu, and he was going to take advantage of the Rain Dance by using Thunder. And all of a sudden, Sceptile Mega evolves, and now it has Lightning Rod, so screw that strategy! You got super trolled, it's amazing.
oh,
It was like,
oh, no.
It was like the best troll I've seen in the entire anime.
It's mean.
that is pretty mean.
It's ridiculously mean.
It's savage. Oh, you're gonna thunder and rain. That's cool. Lightning rod. Give me special attack, please.
Exactly. And he just annihilated Raichu in one hit. Poor guy. But yeah, I really like the Trico line. The next question, well, it's not even a question, but Omega Terumi says, "Hey TGP, Skype sucks!"
It does suck. It's terrible. I hate it.
I know, right? And then Lily gives us a little picture, and it's just Mega Man EXE with a ladybug on his head. Okay.
I just find it, like, it's not even like a cartoon ladybug. It's just, like, the most photorealistic ladybug ever.
Right.
It reminds me of SpongeBob, when, like, the butterfly, and then you see the cartoon, and then it just zooms into the face, it's like, and then it's all of a sudden it's
shoots lasers out of its eyes.
It's great. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, okay, that's chuckle worthy. I like it.
Nice little chuckle. Yeah, she says, "Here, I'll give you something to talk about. Please don't take this seriously." I'm still thinking.
I'm still thinking. I'm taking that so
but
serious.
Here's a Mega Man with a ladybug. And then I replied, "Well, thanks. You just gave us our main topic. We're just going to talk about this magnificent art piece."
For no reason.
For no reason. It's like, this is amazing. Mega Lady Man for Smash. Let's go. But anyways, the next one is John again, and he is asking, would you have liked a remake of any other Battle Network games besides Battle Network 5?
This answer might be unanimous. I'm not too sure. What is Mega Man Battle Network 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I like 4, but I don't want that madness remade again.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I would definitely go for Battle Network 2. Battle Network 2 or Battle Network 3.
Yeah, I can get behind those.
Me too. Like 6 would be cool too if you combine them, like Double Team DS, like Double Beast, or like Grezar version. That'd be kind of cool too.
Give me online battling, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I'll get behind that.
They did technically do a port of Battle Network 1, Operation Shooting Star, but it's just so lackluster. It could have done so much more.
When I actually heard of like the new things that game added, I was like, really? That's it?
Like, I will give them props that they added the ad system from 2 and 3, because 1's was a lot different. Honestly, garbage. So they at least fixed that, but they didn't do anything otherwise. Pretty much after Electman scenario, the game goes on as normal until after Electman scenario, and then Mega Man Star Force appears for like one little scenario, and that's it. And then you can kind of play as him, but that's all you get, really.
I wish they did more with the Link navies.
Yeah, open more. A lot more, actually. But that's like a topic on its own, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say just either 2 or 3. Update it to be sort of in line with 4 through 6, maybe. That'd be kind of nice. You know, you can still have the style change and everything, but kind of make it more like a modern Battle Network.
No, that means I can only use Gator once.
No, shut up. It's all about that darkness, PA.
Dorkness.
Like, let's be honest, Battle Network 2 is broken.
Yeah. That's why I love it so much. It's...
You don't even have to try.
Some spicy text. Oh gosh.
Too good for me. Well, anyways, we have another one from Lily, and this is going to be a real question this time. And she's asking, if there was a remake of the EXE anime, what would you expect out of it?
A disappointment.
A lot of cheese.
So much
A lot of cheese.
No, you know what I would expect out of it? They would make it in the style of the new Mega Man cartoon that's coming out. Because why not?
So then he's right. A lot of disappointment.
So
And
much.
a lot of cheese.
Like,
No, but if they honestly did, I would honestly, there'd be a lot of cheese because that's kind of like when you watch the dub, at least. It was kind of cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
It had its cheese. I like that.
It was super edgy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the actual Japanese anime, not so much, but the localization, they went super edge with it. Because that's what we like, right? We like the edge.
Edge. Of course you do.
That's why the rank in Mega Man Zero is Edgelord.
That is true. Godspeed, Edgelord.
Or no, it's Godspeed Edge.
Oh, Godspeed, Edge.
Al the Edge.
Oh, it hurts.
Too edgy for me.
Actually, my real question would be, what if there was a Mega Man Star Force 3 anime?
It would be terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
No faith.
He's right, though. I wouldn't have faith either. Like, they better blow my balls away if they did, but...
They'll probably cut it short again.
Seeing what they did with Star Force 2, yeah. It's like, oh, look, I have Black Ace and Red Joker. What is that? I don't know. I just have it.
Oh. Alright.
That's it.
Yep. Okay. Now we have a question from Xander.exe, and he says, so, what is your favorite secrets in the Mega Man series? This can include abilities, boss fights, or areas. And you can go, TGP.
Mine is actually a pretty easy answer, and it's the Hadouken from Mega Man X. It seems like a very cop-out answer, but I think it's like one of the coolest things. And was my prediction right, by the way? Or
because he was thinking that our answers were going to be the same. And technically, yes, but I was thinking broader than that.
Oh, okay.
Because I was going to say the way you find armors and power-ups throughout the Mega Man X series.
Well, for me, it was a tie between the Hadouken and the Gaia armor is it a Gaia armor? In X4, like the ultimate armor,
Mm-hmm.
where you have to put in the button combination, and you're like, oh, there it is.
Oh yeah. Speaking of secrets, I like how in Mega Man X5 you can literally get the ultimate armor from the beginning.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite secrets too. And then of course, the ultimate secret of them all, the hidden path in Mega Man Star Force 2 that yields you a plasma gun star. You can't beat that.
No, not even. Shut up. But no, in all seriousness, this is my favorite one, not because of the fact that it's like a one-hit kill everything, but it's just how you get it. It sounds bizarre. It sounds so bizarre the way you get it. And
yeah, you gotta kill yourself in Armadillo stage like a billion times and have all the upgrades, and it just shows up out of nowhere.
like, basically, you have to have everything, all your upgrades, all the hard tanks, all the armor and everything. And, well, you don't technically have to kill yourself, but it's faster to kill yourself. So, back then, we were very gullible when it comes to things and secrets. So, having somebody tell you, oh yeah, all you have to do is climb up top with everything, like all upgrades and everything, grab the health pellet and then kill yourself 5 times. That sounds like a load of crap. Like,
yeah, that sounds like something off of a random BBS board.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
the olden days of the internet.
It's like, wait, what? It's like,
or something outrageous to hear from a kid on the playground.
Or like in like the magazines, they do like the April Fool's thing, or oh, if you do this happens. And you're like, whoa, but then it's a lie.
But in this case, it's real.
It is super real. It is literally Dr. Light in a gi, same as Ryu, and he's like, I'm gonna teach you the Hadouken, and then he goes Hadouken, and he just kills everything.
I know.
The only catch is you have to be in full health, but
and it's kind of hard to do unless you're like super amazing at that kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same combination as if you were to do a Hadouken in Street Fighter down.
Yeah, I just find I can't do it to save my life when I really need it.
Yeah. But I think it's pretty cool. Just like the way of getting it and just the ability itself. It was pretty cool and pretty nostalgic, I guess. With the thing.
Yeah. Oh, there was another secret I liked in Mega Man Battle 6. You can go behind the tree at the end of the green area, and I find base under there and another part of Internet Zero. That was pretty exciting when I first found that. I was like, "Jeez, a secret passage behind the tree? What?"
Yeah, it was a bit random, but yeah, it's there. Just go behind the tree.
Yeah, sometimes the best secrets are random.
It's great. It's amazing. But that would be my answer for sure. The Hadouken from Mega Man X.
Yeah. I also like the Shoryuken in X2.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it's not nearly as outrageous how you get it.
Yeah. You just get it. You still kill everything on a hit.
But it is satisfying to really hook a boss with your fist.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes!
I think
Shoryuken!
when I first beat X, I kind of had a rule where I have to beat the boss like legitimate. I don't use like the Hadouken or anything like that. So I was up to the final head. I didn't know it was the final head. So I was like, oh my god, this is taking forever. So I just do it. And then I realized I beat the game. I was like, oh. Whoops. I didn't mean to beat the game yet. Because I thought it was another form. I was like, because X had a third form. That's what I thought it was going to be like. But no. Only 2 forms. I was like, oh. Well. I beat the game. I'm not going back. I'm accepting this run.
I did get a kick out of when I was doing the Maverick Hunter X playthrough, and I just had Oaken Vile, and here I was like, really? You don't do on Sigma, but you do on Vile?
Oh, that's too funny. Ah, man.
Our last question is from Lucas, RCD, and he asked, ShadowRock, if you could go back and make an old video, which one would it be?
Or remake.
Or remake, yeah. And I would just say pretty much the entire Rise of the Shadow series. At the very least, the first, I would say, 8 episodes. Because those were bad. I know 1 through 5, at the very least, really needs a remake. Because they're basically slideshows.
Yes.
And they have so many grammar errors. And it's a mess. I'm surprised people even liked it.
It was cute, and then we made it into a serious thing. Well, you did, and then I came in.
Yeah. It was good times, though. Like, I had a lot of fun making it, but, like, looking back now, it's like, man, this is such a mess. Why does it exist?
I have to wonder sometimes when we make the older videos, like, what was in my mind when I made this?
It's like, did we really care?
I don't think we did, to be honest. You know, we were really young, or not really, really young, but young enough to where we were just satisfied by every little thing.
Like, I remember when I would make my videos, I was a pretty dumb kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, the only thing I will say I'm sort of proud of to this day is, and this is going to sound really stupid and very immature, but when I palette hacked Aquaman to yellow because of PP. Funny jokes. But other than that, it was like, yeah, I was a pretty dumb kid back then. I mean, I still am, but I was dumber.
We all are.
Yeah.
We're all dumb kids inside.
And we're still dumb.
Oh gosh.
I'm only smart in all the wrong reasons.
Oh.
Yeah.
And not to mention, we didn't have like the editing software we used to have back then. Or the experience.
Yeah, that was back in the days when just like a pan from left and right of text was like the coolest thing in the world. It's like, yo!
Oh my god, Windows Movie Maker's the best! No, it's not. It's not the best.
It's the most primitive thing in the world. Yeah,
it was
very entertaining still.
It's in terms of like for beginners, it's fine, but you want to make really good things, you gotta get the good stuff.
And I hope you have cash. Or your moral compass is in the gray area. If you catch my drift.
Only if your lightning
gosh.
is red, not blue.
Oh gosh. Oh man. I hope you don't end up in a bay of some sort. Filled with eye patches and hooks and parrots. Let's hope you don't end up being one of those. But I won't judge you. I won't judge you otherwise. Yar. But yeah, that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for sending me your questions. And again, just send us your message with hashtag Rise of the ShadowCast if you want us to read your question or message for the next podcast. And I also wanted to put out there that we do have a Discord server now where some of us hang out from the time to time on there. Like, I'm usually there most of the time. Hero is there, and TGP is there sometimes too. Sapphire not so much, because she has life, I suppose. But, yeah, if you want to hang out with us, and I know, right? But, but anyways, if you want to hang out with some of us and some of the fans, you're totally welcome. The invite link is in the description of the YouTube upload if you want to check that out. So, there you go. With all that said, that's going to do it for episode 2, Rise of the ShadowCast. It's been ShadowRock.
It's been TGP.
And guest Azure.
And thank you guys so much. Until next time, rock on.
Peace out.
Catch you later.